G'day guys, welcome to another week. Lots of wonderful things as always. Now later we've got some stuff on locally grown garlic to show you. But firstly, biodynamic cauliflowers from Mount Whitestone. They're our special for the week. If you want to try a real cauliflower, if you haven't experienced these before, now's the time. I see from the presentation they're pristine to look at. But the most important thing about these is their flavour is second to none. They're the best growers of collards in the country as far as I'm concerned. You'll love them. Bok choy from Champion. We've also got some beautiful salad mix from him. Celery bunches are a smaller size, so we'll be doing whole and halves. Other nice leafy greens to be coming. We have some beautiful fresh kale coming from Pinehaven. It's picking this afternoon. Also some nice fresh rhubarb, look for that. Radishes, and nice fresh radishes, all freshly harvested this afternoon. Cabbages, both red and green, nice sizes, halves available. Leeks, bunches are a little bit, well, the sticks are a little bit smaller, the bunches are a reasonable size. You've got 5 shelling peas, fun for the whole family. That's the problem though. Eat one, shell one. Roma tomatoes, nice size, slightly on the underripe side. We've also got your gourmet rounds, good supply right through to June, and they're coming from Queensland. Plenty of Zukis, both sizes, from there to there to there to there. Carrots, carrots are lovely and sweet. Now really, the cutest, brightest little things we have, button squash. Now really this time of year is all about soup. Lots of earthy root vegetables and the like. So we have, you know, your sweet potatoes, nice golds with potatoes, swede, related to turnip, and your parsnips, which you're probably more familiar with, the beetroots, all make wonderful soups. And no soup, particularly in winter, should be without garlic. However, as you probably know, the growing season for garlic starts around the middle of June. Certainly by the winter solstice you want to have your garlic in the ground. Now all this is locally grown garlic. This was grown up at the base of Chichester Dam. I'm not quite sure what the conditions were, but all the Australian grown Italian garlic we've had this year has been small cloves, but the flavour is really strong. They're really rich and oily. This one I broke open earlier, and look, it's been out of the ground since the end of last year, but it's still kind of moist. So basically all this garlic, what it's in the process of doing is shooting. So it's starting to put all its energies into regeneration, and so a lot of the flavour and nutritional quality will start to disappear. So there are a couple of things you can do. You can probably buy up on garlic. I would recommend doing that now, because you know, in about 6 or 8 weeks time we probably won't have any, and the quality will have started to deteriorate. It's still very good right now, let me tell you. And I would probably consider doing something like preserving it. So a nice little recipe here for preserving garlic. Basically you take the cloves, peel them all, keep them whole, and then your favourite vinegar, whether it be red wine vinegar or apple cider vinegar or just even plain old white vinegar. A couple of teaspoons of salt, give it a good shake in the jar, and whack it in the fridge, and that should last you indefinitely. And that will certainly get you through your garlic requirements through winter. Now garlic's one of those things that many consumers, Australian consumers, are aware of, where certainly organic garlic is significantly better than conventionally grown garlic. In particular, like all the organic garlic you find is Australian grown, so it's nice and local, nice and fresh, whereas most of the conventional stuff is grown in China, and there does seem to be a pretty good awareness about that. Really, I guess the supermarkets, it's all about like the dollar. They're selling Chinese garlic at $2, $3, $5 a kilo. We're paying upwards of $30 a kilo for Australian grown, significantly more. You know, you just wouldn't grow it to supply the supermarket industry, because it's just not a viable exercise. The Chinese stuff, probably all know, they tend to use a lot more the more persistent, dangerous chemicals in their agriculture. They also tend to irradiate a lot of things, and you'll find most Chinese garlics irradiated, or at least treated not to sprout with other chemicals like methyl bromide. It's also bleached to make it nice and white and pretty, and pretty much rendered lifeless, tasteless. And to me, where there's smoke, there's fire. No flavour, no taste. There's not really much left in terms of nutritional value. And of course, garlic's well renowned. Good garlic is well renowned for its antibacterial properties, its antibiotic properties, and also rich in antioxidants. It's just all round damn good food. So whilst we're up at Jacob's Ladder, Trish's place. We had a little look at her future crop they planted 2 weeks ago. So Trish was saying this is Italian garlic, which was planted, as you can see, on the 13th of the 4th, only a week or so ago.
And that'll be ready in October, if all goes well.
It'll be pulled in October, maybe dried for a few weeks, and then it'll be on the market. So
actually, it's only Australia where they seem to want to have dried garlic. Over in Europe and everything,
they get into it fresh.
Fresh.
Not much to see there, as you can see, other than from a few mounds of earth waiting to sprout. If you want to grow at home, obviously a very good time to be doing it. So just buy, you know, good Australian grown garlic. Break it into separate cloves and just that little side down. Make sure you mark where you plant it, because when it starts to die back you'll be digging up the whole garden trying to find it. But it's very easy to do and I think very rewarding. The variety of fruit has certainly started to diminish. Very much getting into the cooler weather varieties. Plenty of apples to choose from, and let me tell you, the quality of all of them is exceptional. We're buying from our preferred grower, outstanding. Also, we've got a good range of second grade available in pretty much most of the varieties. Nice sized quince, honeydew melon, beautiful Panama passion fruit, creamy Ferte avocados, kiwi fruit which are starting to ripen. Now they've been a little bit slow. If you've had some trouble getting them to ripen, always happens with the first of the season, particularly when we're buying from old mate John up there in Convoy. Put them in a brown paper bag, put them somewhere warm. If you've got ripe bananas, sit them nearby, maybe in the bag with them. They'll soon ripen up, guaranteed. We have flats and fans, which are those little guys, odd shapes. Then we have larger sized fruit, and then we have smaller sized fruit. Now John doesn't live that far away. Convoy is only an hour and a half away, but given time constraints of late, he may as well be a million miles away. He sent down some photos of his farm and his family and some of the life around it. Convoy Orchards has been owned and run by John for the last 5 or 6 years. He grows kiwi fruit and avocados. He's up in the beautiful hills there in behind Elands, sort of up northwest of Taree into the edge of the Barrington Tops. Beautiful virgin country. His farm is certified with the Biological Farmers Association, and John has been practicing biodynamics now for a good 10 or 11 years. Of course, citrus season, so we've got beautiful ruby red grapefruit, lovely yellow grapefruit, reasonable size. Navel oranges are starting to kick in, and look, I can tell you, I don't eat oranges, but from the weight of them, they're super juicy and they'll be nice and sweet, I guarantee. Mandarins, still slightly on the exy side of things, but I'm eating one now and they're quite good. Pears, 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 pears. Claps, Packhams, Baraboshki. 2 varieties of grape left, the Crimson Seedless and the Calmeria. Now that's about all we have for you this week. You will see in Julia's email a little notice about Pat Collins conducting some workshops here in our lovely little space up the end there. G'day. Now, Pat has written many books. Pat is often on Radio National giving expert advice and the like. So we're proud to be having her here in our space. These workshops will be the first Sunday of every month, starting from June, I think it is, so next month. Places are very limited, very limited. We are trying to keep the classes very small, but look, well worth doing. Each course is independent of each other, so you don't need to do the first one in order to do the next one. They're all independent little pieces, and I'm sure you'll get lots from them. If you'd like more information, by all means email us and we'll pass it on to you. Have a lovely week.